Okay, now am I still loud? The same, can you hear me?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, great. Welcome to Spotlight Radio Show Instagram
Thank you.
Live.
Yeah, this is my first radio live interview, so let's see how it goes.
Okay, great. Well, welcome. I always like to be someone's first. So, yeah, so how's it going? How was your day?
It was pretty fun. I actually went to another preschool and showed animals to the kids and all that. So
okay, okay.
It's always good to introduce them to reptiles and stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, are you from San Jose, California? Born and raised?
I'm from Brazil.
From Brazil?
Yeah.
What? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Look, I had said I was listening to one of your videos and I could hear something in there, but I wouldn't even thought Brazil.
Yeah.
When did you come to California? What was your first stop, rather I say?
So I moved to the US about 4 years ago.
Okay.
I lived 1 year in Florida, and then it's been like 3 years since I'm in California now.
Wow, wow. All right, so let's go to Brazil. Like, did you start gathering animals in Brazil? Where did this Vexotic meet all begin?
Oh, wow. So it's a little complicated. I want to say yes and no, because in Brazil, it's illegal. Like, actually, it's illegal to have these animals as pets. So that makes things a little complicated.
Okay.
I was always a stubborn person. I'm not going to say I did follow the rules very well.
Okay.
Like, I was probably 8 or 9, and I started collecting, like, scorpions and spiders from around some backyards, and then it never stopped.
Wow, wow.
And I got involved in studying and university stuff and college, and it never stopped.
Wow, wow. Well, I'm excited. You know, I have a, I don't know, I don't think I can show it, but somewhere back here, I have a blue spider tattooed on my back.
Oh, nice.
And probably like in the 97-ish, maybe 96-ish, I'm going to say 97-ish. Me and my best friend went and got the same tattoo because every time we would see a spider, she would always say that someone is coming to see us. When, like, if she would see a spider on the wall, she was like, someone's coming, so I would get the spider on my back.
You see?
Now,
I would have spider tattoos if I didn't spend my money on actual spiders.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, how can I say it? Now, I seen a video of you, and you said you didn't like the stigma behind the tarantulas. So every time, like, if I see a spider, let alone a tarantula, I only see them in the pet store. So, but like, if I see a spider, I've always wanted to, like, I don't like to kill bugs and stuff like that. So, but when I see one, I'm talking about, pew, I'm gone. You know, it's like they're gonna kill me.
No, they're not.
So what is the thing? Why do people, especially with someone like me, why am I so afraid of a freaking spider, let alone a tarantula? That's a bigger.
I want to say something historical, kind of, and cultural, because it's a very unknown animal. Like, everything that I usually mess with, scorpions, spiders, snakes, are very misunderstood animals. There's not a lot of people saying, hey, look at here. They're friendly. They're not going to kill you. The only media you usually see around, like on movies and TV shows, and blah, 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 they're all making bad propaganda for the animals. They're all saying, like, look at the size of this tiny spider. One drop of this venom could kill like 1,000 men. You know, it's never something good. It's always like trying to scare the public, and that gives them audience. Everybody gets like, wow. So the opposite, like, it's pretty harmless, actually.
Absolutely. I like that you are taking your animals to the schools and letting younger children be around them. I think if I would have had that in my earlier upbringing, I definitely would not be afraid as I am. Especially, I had a snake, 2 ball pythons come on my show, maybe my 3rd year. And by the end of the show, they were able to put them on my arms, but the tongue had kind of like touched me on my arm a little bit. And that night, I was like, I couldn't sleep that night. Like, you know, I just felt like it was there. But what really freaks me out about snakes is that their eyes on each side of the head, you know? So that's what gets me. I can't, you know, so you got one eyeball looking at me on this side. You know, he's looking at something over here. So, you know,
I don't know if they have much, but most snakes and spiders and scorpions, they have bad eyesight. So they're not really looking at you all that well. They rely on senses mostly. But yeah, when it comes to like teaching kids, it's like always great. The way it compares, like kids are like a blank page. You can write everything, and you know that's gonna stick. Now when you get an adult, they have a lot of things written already on the page, and a lot of times what's written is wrong. But it's hard to erase and rewrite everything. Like the adults usually have like already a misconception, like they already know.
Stay away. Mama says when you see one, run. Yes, absolutely. So Vexotic Me. So when you moved to California, how did Vexotic Me become a business? Like, did it become a business right at home?
Yes, I mean it is still a business right at home. I do everything from my apartment. And then it was always a hobby, you know. Ever since I came to the U.S., first week I already bought a scorpion. Like, I just went straight for it. And I started building my collection, and I started doing like a little breeding here and there, one sale here and there. And then it was about time I dedicated myself like entirely to this, and I was in the process of turning this hobby, this passion, into a business, something like I can do professionally and dedicate myself fully and live out of that. And that's how it went.
Wow. And the name, you got the V for Victor, and then exotic. When I something just said Google exotic. And so exotic pets. And that means that pets that normally people don't have as pets. So I was like, okay, I got that.
My name is kind of like a little silly joke. Because like usually we mention as exotic what is not native, like what is not natural from this place, like animals that are from other places and are in this, they're exotic because they're not native, they're not natural to here. So exotic to me is in this sense that I was also like not natural to here, and I moved here, so I'm like exotic myself as well.
Okay.
So that
it works well. Yeah, because I showed a couple of videos like night before last to my parents, and my first thing my dad said, he's a different type of breed. Because I was showing him how you opened up the tarantula sacks. So I have so many questions about the tarantula and the sack. So the two tarantulas, they mate, the girl and the female.
Yeah, the girl and the male. Yeah.
So they all have to have a mate in order to have a sack. All tarantulas. Yeah. Okay. Now, how long does it take after they have had a rendezvous for their?
Let me just say, like, they can make sacks if they're not mated, but those sacks are not going to be fertile. They're what we call phantom sacks. So they make the ball and everything, but the eggs inside are not fertile. For them to be fertile, they do need to be mated. And a lot of things here are not exact science. That's what is crazy. Sometimes good, sometimes bad about it. Like you ask about the time after they're paired, when you're gonna get an egg sac. Can be 2 months, can be over a year. There's no exact line here. It's kind of like we usually feed them a lot after the pair to stimulate dropping an egg sac. Usually take 2, 3, maybe 4 months on average, I want to say.
Okay, so they make the sac. They make the sac and then they go back and drop little eggs in there?
No, it's actually very, very interesting. They make a little web on the floor, like a thicker web. They lay the sacs on, the eggs on top of that, and then they fold it around and keep wrapping.
Oh, so they are so freaking smart.
They lay on the flat, and usually you see this sac when I'm already taking out. So the babies are already developed, and the sac is usually like looking very round and plump. But like right after they lay it, sometimes they're like kind of like pancakes because the eggs are not taking all the space yet because they're still like small and not developed.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. So when you open up a sac and you have all these little baby tarantulas and you separate them, how many live out of that sac? What's the ratio? Do all of them live?
I want to say.
And how many do you get?
Close to all of them for sure. Like there are sacs that I open and they all look great, no bad eggs. There are sacs that I open, there are some like eggs that were not fertile or squish or something like that. But usually the radius is pretty big, and that's actually part of the reason we take the egg sac out of the mom and put an incubator, because like sometimes there's an egg bad egg, they can get gooey or moldy and then stick together, and the other little eggs that are good will also get clumped, and then they're all gonna go bad. So after like approximately 30 days of the sac laid, we open them. That's usually time where we call them eggs with legs. They're not like totally formed, but they're formed enough so they already move around and all that. And then we put them in a little incubator. So there's plenty of space for them to mold. And there's bad ones, moldy ones, we just remove right away so it doesn't look like other ones.
Okay, wow, so amazing. Now, so is the egg sac or the web silk? I heard that the tarantulas make silk. Is it like silk, like the silk that we have on clothes?
It's very interesting. It's actually liquid, and when it gets in contact with air, it solidifies.
Really?
Yeah. When it comes out of them, it's liquid and it's kind of like gooey and sticky, and then solidifies in reaction with the air.
Wow, amazing. Now, when someone wants to buy a tarantula, is it true? Do you cut the fangs? They say you cut fangs, or no? No. Okay.
Absolutely not. That would be like removing all of our teeth. Like, how could we even eat like that? You know, that's No, you don't.
Okay.
You don't take fangs or stingers out. You just leave everything there. If you don't want to have that, you don't want to have a tarantula. You know? It's kind of like people that get cats and they declaw them. It's like, just don't get a then that's not nice for the animal.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Is it true that if one bites you and you have an allergic reaction, like they're not poisonous, only if you have like you can maybe have an allergic reaction if you are allergic to whatever they have?
So we say tarantula, spiders, scorpions, they're venomous. The little it's technicality, but the difference on venomous is poison and poisonous is like a venomous animal, he has to have a structure to inject the venom on you. So fangs or stingers or something like that. So basically he bites you or stings you and then you get envenomated. Poison is when the animal doesn't have structures to inject or secrete that. So you gotta attack the animal. So like, let's say a frog, frogs are poisonous. Like he's not gonna bite you and envenomate you, but if you lick a frog, it can go bad. So
Ooh,
you bite
yeah.
an animal and you get bad, poisonous. The animal bites you, you get bad, venomous. Um,
Okay.
but most of tarantulas, scorpions, and all these animals, they are venomous. It's
Mm-hmm.
just considered dangerous because their venom potency is very, very low. So it'll be just enough
Okay.
to like paralyze a roach or a cricket. Very
Okay.
few species actually like have venom that's considered medically significant, which is like
Okay.
causes some trouble there. But even still, like almost nothing is gonna kill you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So at Vexotic Me, how many different animals do you have? Do I call them animals, reptiles, the A word?
I have tarantulas, I have true spiders, I have scorpions, bugs, mantises, snakes, lizards, roaches. So that's a question that's impossible to answer because I don't
Wow.
know.
Okay. So the
Hundreds
snakes
of
are
tarantulas.
so are the snakes your pets, or do you sell the snakes as well?
Um, the snakes I do sell whenever I'm able to breed them. Like I have
Hmm.
something here or there, but snakes are usually um, a little trickier to breed than tarantulas with incubation and all that. I actually have a lot of snakes that are about to lay eggs. My false water cobra just laid eggs and they're here in the incubator. So if everything goes
Okay.
well, in like 2 months or so, I'll have some babies available.
Mhm.
But I don't have as many snakes as I have spiders just because they take a lot more space.
Right.
Spiders they can keep like really small
Yeah.
space. Snakes, like I have 8 feet snakes, so I have huge.
Yeah. He's yes, yes, absolutely. So have you ever been, in your apartment asleep and you wake up and you said, "Where is such and such?" Has any animal got out?
Yeah.
Was
So
it a fun experience?
it's not because I'm like, damn, I gotta find it because it's an animal that I like and I'm gonna
Yeah.
be able to retrieve it and all that. Snakes, especially small snakes, they're escape artists. Like they can go to such tiny cracks and all that, and that makes it like tricky sometimes.
Right, right, right. So is it
Yeah,
true that they like heat? Snakes like to be warm?
yeah, because they don't produce their body heat like we do. So
Okay.
rely on external sources to warm themselves up and be able to like
Wow.
move around and elevate their metabolism. So yeah, they're usually
Absolutely.
look for warm spots.
Okay. Wow. So like if you were cooking in the stove and that would be the first place they would want to go is around the stove, something warm,
Yeah, it's not
or
something
to
like
your
that
bed.
happens so fast. Like let's say you turn the oven on, they just come right away. It's takes a little more time. Like they're gonna see the temperature in one corner and the other corner, and they're gonna be in the
Hmm.
warm part. Um,
Okay. Wow. Great. Absolutely. So I see that you were at a like reptile show. Do you have any upcoming places that you're going to be with Exotic Me?
I do. Everything is on my website. I
Okay.
know that my next show is gonna be in Salt Lake City, Utah. Um,
Okay.
in May, and then I have some upcoming shows in California in the Bay Area, which is San Jose, San Mateo, Vallejo in July. I'm
Okay.
also going to be in Anaheim for it's a big show. It's called a Reptile Super Show. It's like huge,
Okay.
but I
Wow.
don't remember the dates from the top of my head.
Absolutely. That's all right. We'll go to vexoticme.com and check it out. And I also will stay updated with those dates and let everyone know, especially my listeners. Now, I want to know, do you have any animals? I don't know. I feel weird saying animal, reptile. How do you say the anarchic? Anarchy? What's the A
Arachnid,
word for this? Yeah.
yeah.
I've been trying to say that like all week. Goodness, do you have a tarantula, that you could show? Oh,
I
you
do.
do.
Okay, I separated a few things here that I
Okay,
had
let's
to
see
get
them.
to.
I'm ready.
So
Okay.
this is one of the most popular tarantulas that I have.
Okay.
And you can see.
Whoa, that's beautiful. Wow. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
That is so pretty. Yeah. So do they feel fuzzy or do they feel like porcupiney?
um, they're usually fuzzy on the top, not so much on the bottom.
Okay.
They do have two little nails on the tip of each leg.
Okay.
That's um, how they get a good grip on you. So sometimes you can feel a little pokey,
Okay.
depending on the species and all that. This species,
Okay.
it's an arboreal species, so
Yes.
they have a very nice soft touch. I don't know if you can see here, but even when they're just walking around, they're laying web.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
the camera is not.
So, and how can you tell the male from the female?
Cool. So when you're just looking at a spider like this, unless
Hmm.
it's an adult male or adult female, you won't be able to tell. It's a little more specific. Um,
Okay.
the males will develop two little structures on their. See the ones that look like legs, right? The first ones that are very short.
Yeah.
So they're not
Okay.
actually legs. We call that pedipalps, and
Ah.
that's the
Yeah,
structure
those two
they
right there.
use to mate. So like two tarantulas mate, the male inserts the two pedipalps on the female abdomen, and that's how it happened. So when the males mature, they turn into adults, they develop two little structures that are visible that you can see for breeding purposes. And then
Well, so you're
also
saying that they breed face to face.
face to face. And the male goes under the female and
Hmm.
do their thing.
Okay. Wow, that is beautiful.
Yeah, there's tarantulas of every colors, basically yellow, orange, black, blue, purple,
Hmm.
um, you name it.
Yeah. Wow.
This is a very,
OMG.
very
So
nice
what is their
one.
lifespan?
Um,
How long do they live? Like,
on average, males will go around 4 or 5 years, while females go 8 to 10. But there are some species where the females can go over 20 for the most, like the long-lived ones.
really? Okay. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. So, and then if you get one, let's say, okay, like how old is this tarantula here?
This one, it's close to 3 years old, I want to say.
Okay. Wow. Amazing.
And this is a female. Some
Okay, she's a
species,
female.
the male and the female colors are very different. Not for this guy.
Mm-hmm.
These guys, they all look the same, but it happens where they have different colors too.
Yes. Wow. That is beautiful. That's crazy how beautiful they are. Wow.
Oh, absolutely. And when they're young, these guys, they are
Uh-huh.
bright blue, like shiny metallic light blue. They're amazing. They're one of the coolest species. They're very
Yes.
popular because they're very friendly. Um, they're very easy to take care of, and
Okay.
they're amazing.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna add your website here in the comments. Vexoticme.com. Let me
Just
post that.
the thing. So some arboreal species, they can do little lips. They jump
Okay.
around.
Yes, yes. And so they don't even like she's not even trying to like bite you. Like that would be my first thing, like it's trying to bite me.
um,
And it's just crawling around.
so
Wow.
they'll only bite in two situations. First is for feeding response, which means like if you open the terrarium and you go poking like this, they may think it's like a
Hmm.
cricket or so, and then they're gonna grab you. So we don't poke spiders ever.
Okay.
Or when they're defensive, when they're doing like a threatening pose, they lift up and show their fangs. But
Yes.
she definitely doesn't see me as a food, and she's definitely not a very defensive tarantula. So there's
Okay.
no reason or no chance that she's gonna like just buy me out of the blue.
Right, right. Wow, that is so beautiful. Yes.
They're very gracious. It's very nice how they walk around, and it's very nice.
Absolutely. So what all takes to have one? Just a little container, a couple of crickets, roaches, other bugs for it to eat. And how do they drink water? How do you give them water?
So honestly, tarantulas and spiders and scorpions in general, they're the easiest pets ever to keep. They're very simple and expensive. We just gotta check on them once a week. So this is an arboreal species, so they do have to have a more vertical space.
Okay.
That would depend. There's tarantulas that are terrestrial, so you need more like a horizontal or arboreal where you can keep them high and they're gonna climb around and all that.
Okay.
But yeah, I usually need a space like around this.
Yeah.
Bridge. That's
Okay.
perfect. They don't like open spaces. They're animals that live usually in hides, so they're always
Yeah.
closed and they're not always like roaming around out there. And then when they're small, I don't put any water dish. I just spray them like once a week.
Okay.
When they grow, I leave a shallow water dish, like a little deli cup, and you drink from that.
Okay.
And then you
Wow.
can feed them once a week as well.
Okay.
Like 1 or 2 crickets a week. That's it. It's really easy.
Okay. Yes. Absolutely. That is such a beautiful spider. Do I say spider? Tarantula. Wow.
Spider tarantula is just technicalities basically, but it is a tarantula.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
I have a very peculiar animal here to show.
Okay. What is that?
Yeah, that's
It looks like a fly, like no, that's a scorpion? No?
Is that your final guess?
Yeah. He looks like something I definitely haven't seen, but I mean, maybe he's a scorpion's cousin, first cousin?
Yeah, so we call these guys vinegaroons. They're also called whip scorpions, but they're not a scorpion and not a spider as well. So it is an arachnid, which means on the same group as spider scorpions. They all have pink legs and all that. But it's a very unique animal. It's a very prehistoric animal. It has its own like classification. So, and they look very, very creepy and very prehistoric. They're totally harmless. So.
Yeah. Wow. Like, and where can he be found? Like, do I have some of those in Texas?
This species is native to the U.S. There's different species all around the world, but you can find them in Arizona. Not sure.
Okay.
It may go for Texas too, but mostly Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like he has his antenna, or it looks like that looks like a little antenna at the back, or like a little string of poop or something that's hanging on.
It looks like antenna, but it's actually a leg that's modified to work like antenna.
A leg?
It's a very, very interesting animal. Yeah, that's his first pair of legs. And he uses them the way a blind person uses a cane, always touching the ground. So you see, that's how he uses them. It's, walking, he's always sensing the floor, since there's any tread on the way or something like that. Yeah. And you see little.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Yeah.
So through this little tail, they spray a little substance, a little acid that smells like vinegar. That's why they're called vinegaroons.
Wow.
And for us, it's just harmless. You don't even feel it. You just smell it when it happens. But it's just when they're really, really stressed.
Okay.
And it's just enough to scare little rats away or birds, something that's trying to eat.
Get it? Yeah. He seems pretty cool. He seems pretty chill.
They are.
I can kind of hang with that one.
they are very grotesque, but they're definitely super gentle and super calm animals.
Yeah.
Very nice to watch them move around, sense in the ground and
Yeah.
all that.
Yeah, I could hang with him.
They're
So how
actually
could you tell
better
the
to handle than spiders in general because they're more calm and they
Mhm.
also the exoskeleton is harder. That makes
Uh-huh.
they're more resistant. So like a tarantula is like a jelly blob. If they fall, they
Oh,
die. Well, these guys they're like little tanks.
okay. Amazing. Yeah, I can hang with him like that now. Out of one out of two, that would be like a pet for me. Because
Yeah,
he's chill.
they're harmless and they can't sting you. They cannot bite you. So that's a great
Okay.
candidate here. I always like to show them to people because they're very interesting, very unique, and they're very they're also very easy to keep. They're from desert areas. That makes it
Mm-hmm.
a little easier because you don't have to worry about spraying them so much. They're
Okay.
a little more resistant.
So when you say spray, you just get the water and just spray in their little container, their environment.
Yeah,
Ah, look at them. Yes.
they're on their side.
Okay. Yeah, I could hang with that one. Now, how could you tell a male from a female on him?
For this specific animal,
Mm-hmm.
oh boy, let me see if I can show it to the camera. This
Okay.
segment here, the first segment here, you see them?
Yeah.
There's two little rigs. I don't know if you can see
Uh-huh.
two little vertical rigs like this. That
Okay.
indicates female for us.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just gotta know what to look for.
Yes. Amazing. Amazing. This is crazy. Well, thank you for sharing that.
And
What else you got? You
there's
got something else?
I got this big girl out here.
Oh my gosh. The snake. Been waiting. Everybody on my Facebook page is like, Tessa, I know you're not. I've been trying. My Chinese zodiac is a snake. So I be trying to tap into that part
Mm-hmm.
of my life. So the thing is really with the snake is, from the eyes, if they wasn't on each side of the head, if they were like together, I think I would be less afraid, but
That's
it's
it.
something about the eyes.
I've never seen someone be scared of snakes because of their eye, honestly. I've seen like because they think they look slimy or their teeth or venom, but never
It's the eyes for
the
me.
eye for the problem.
Yes, it's the eyes. Like, put them together. Like, can I get a snake that's the eyes are right here? Because when I looked at that snake and I just seen he just had that one eyeball like looking at me. Like, turn your head, it's the eyes for me.
They're
Yeah.
pretty nice.
So, what kind is that?
This is a carpet python.
Oh, woo.
Yeah. Carpet python.
Carpet python?
Yeah. There's all different
Oh my gosh.
kinds of pythons, and this is called carpet python.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So, how do you know when a snake is going to attack? Do you have, because everybody always says that they're more afraid of you than you are them.
Absolutely. I mean, you can see the amount that the snakes that people kill and the amount of people that are killed by snakes. Yeah, you can see the difference there. But you can really read the animal body language. If you had one or two for a little while, when they're defensive, they're gonna coil up back, and then when they attack, they should like strike like that. So they need to retract. If the snake is trash, there's no way it's gonna
Okay.
strike you.
Okay.
So, and some snakes will also hiss when they're not happy. So they open their mouth and blow the air out, making a sound that can be really loud, actually. And I mean,
Okay.
it's just like doing that. It's not happy, so it's good not
Yeah.
to. But even if it bites me, like it's nothing major.
Okay. Absolutely. So do you like let him out to roam around, or do you just let him stay in their environment? And they're
just in the terrarium, and then I take him
yeah.
out, and I take him out sometimes either like for cleaning or like to show around. Like this one went with me today to the preschool, so that's what I took for the kids because she's one
Okay.
of the snakes. But yeah, we don't let them running around just because they could go through any like little cracks and all that. And
Yeah.
on their
Wow.
environment, their enclosure, they have the right humidity and the right temperature, so that's the ideal.
Mhm. Yes, absolutely. She is beautiful. That's a girl, right?
Yeah, that is a good girl.
She's a Oh my goodness. So what does she eat and how many times do you feed her?
I usually feed her once a month. I feed her like extra large jumbo rice. Yeah,
Really? Just once a month?
once a month. For the smaller snakes, like the baby snakes, you want to feed them once a week, once every 10 days. For the large snakes, I do once a month. Um,
Okay.
in the wild, they don't eat constantly too. It's common to see obese snakes in captivity, unfortunately, because people think they're like us or they're like dogs, but their metabolism is way slower, and they definitely don't
Okay.
eat as much as we think they do. Plus, in captivity, they don't exercise a lot. They don't roam around,
Okay, yeah.
so the need for food is less.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's good to know because I'm thinking like he's ready to eat me at any moment. Like
Uh,
I'm thinking they're hungry like all the time.
no, absolutely not. Absolutely
Okay,
not.
that's good to know.
She's
So
a sweetheart.
now, do you feed her live
No,
wraps or frozen?
frozen thought. Yeah. So in
Thawed.
captivity, we avoid to the extreme to feed live. Of course, there's some situations where the snakes are not gonna get the dead ones, so you gotta trick them and make that transition. But feeding
Mm-hmm.
live is bad because the rats, I don't know if you've ever seen rat teeth, but they're huge. So rat and mice, they can actually do a lot of damage for the animal. Um,
Okay.
include like they can even get to kill a snake. Like there's people that leave the live rat with a snake overnight in their tank, and the rat will chew on the snake and leads to infections and all kinds of problems.
Okay.
So
Okay, good. Wow.
safety of the snake, we do that.
Okay. Absolutely. Wow. Thank you so much for sharing those with me. That
Absolutely.
is amazing.
If you
Wow.
have any
So
questions, you got my Instagram. Feel free to ask.
absolutely. Yes, I got all your information. I'm going to put it out there. And this also will be on Spotlight Radio Show's YouTube channel as well. I
Awesome.
do want to know a couple of things before I let you go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you play music for your pets, your reptiles? Like, what's your go-to song that you have to play as you're getting dressed or even preparing to go out to an event?
I'm not gonna say for the animals. That's funny. A lot of people even ask like, what is the name of the snake or what is the name of this or and that. And I'm like, so I don't name my animals. They
Okay.
don't have ears, so like they
Right.
can't hear us. It's not like a cat or a dog is gonna come. So I
Yeah.
don't name my animals. Yeah, I don't play music for them.
Okay.
I do
Got
listen
you.
to music a lot, but for me, not.
Okay. Wow. Look, and I was going to say, I was like, if there's anything that I would love for you to do for me is, I was like, I would like an animal named Tessa, but you don't name them.
There's like one or two that have names. I mean, I'm just gonna say that's very rare because
Okay.
they
Okay.
won't respond to the command. But
Okay. So if they don't have a middle name, you can give their middle name Tessa.
absolutely, yeah, I have
Okay.
plenty of snakes to name. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
This is going to
This
the
is awesome. A carpet python. I never heard of.
yeah. There's different kinds of carpet pythons too. These guys are in Australia, Asia, and all that.
How long is she?
She's a little over 8 feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, wow. That is amazing. Would a snake eat a spider, a tarantula?
Yeah. There's just a very few types of snakes that will eat bugs, but they're very like specialized snakes. It's not like your general. They will eat mostly birds and mammals, and
Okay.
eventually like a lizard if they get a chance, but not bugs.
Okay. Wow, this is amazing. Okay. Oh, I don't want to let you go, but I do. Thank you. I want to thank you again for jumping on Spotlight Radio Show, Instagram Live. Oh, I've got to tell you this. My nephew. So my nephew, this is how I found you. I was so, when you hit me up and said, how did I find you? And my nephew, like, he's always like, look at this spider. So, you know, and at Easter, like, all my cousins and aunts, they're like, ah! Everybody's like, ah! Everybody's yelling, like, and I mean, he's looking, it's this one video that caught my eye that made me just go find your page, and you were opening up a tarantula sack. Like you were peeling it back and opening it. And when I seen that, I was like, oh, this guy, this is his dream. This is his life. Like, I mean, I didn't see the little tweezers or anything. When I seen your fingernails, I was like, oh, my nephew's watching something for real.
Yeah. It's always fun to open the egg sacs and, you know, see like all those little babies and you feel accomplished that they were able to breed that certain species or not. Yeah, that got me a lot of bad attention too, because people, they think like when you're removing the egg sac that they like you're being mean to the spider or not, like because they don't understand that's actually to ensure the survival rate of the babies, and also so the mom is also like going back to eating and all the normal schedule instead of
absolutely
the egg sac the whole time.
Absolutely, yeah. I seen where you're taking out one of the egg sacs, and the mama tarantula, she's like, she all the way to the end. She was like, nope, I'm not giving it up now. So.
Yeah, sometimes they put up a fight.
Yeah. Do some of the babies go back in with the mother?
No. Tarantulas, they're not. There's very few species that are social, that can live communally, but most of them are very solitary animals, and if you put them together, being related or not, they're gonna kill each other. It's kind of like the mom, the baby, or not.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again for jumping on Spotlight Radio Show, Instagram Live. Victor.
Thanks for the invitation.
Yes, absolutely. I wish you much success and lots of sales, especially your next event. But I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome. All right, have a good night.
You too. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining Spotlight Radio Show Instagram Live with Victor from Vexotic Me. Go to vexoticme.com. Go to Vexotic Me Instagram and Facebook. All right. Bye.
I'll be there to answer.
Absolutely. Thank you.